What is up, everybody? It's Nerdicane coming at you once again. I'm in the man cave. The trim is starting to be painted, and this is Chastity number 1. Now, you're probably wondering, what is Chastity number 1? The answer to that is, it doesn't fucking matter, because this book is just going to go way down the memory hole. What does matter is, and the reason I picked this up, is that name right there, Leah Williams. Leah Williams has gone from not being in the comic book industry to suddenly writing about 4 different books at Marvel Comics. So this is the perfect example. This is the newest example in 2019 of, and she's not even, well, she may be the perfect example of 2019. She has the right politics. She checks off the marks. She's female. She's bi. She dresses like a toddler, and she's very vocal on Twitter. She tweets a lot. Now, odd thing about Twitter is her Twitter apparently only started back in March, April. Apparently, everything before that she nuked because she knew she was going to start working at Marvel. But yeah, she checks off all the things, and she is the hottest thing in comics as a writer. According to the people damaging the comic book industry, Son of Amanat is big on her. Like I said, she's writing about 6 books at Marvel right now. They're all miniseries, though. You know, all these, I've kind of noticed that all these diversity hires, all these like political hires, you have the same opinion as me. They all only get put on miniseries. Mags is, I don't think Mags has ever been on an ongoing series. And it shows that, yes, they want a virtue signal with bringing this person in, but they're not willing to trust them enough because the people hiring them know that they're not talented. They know that they're buying them for the credit, to wave that little flag. So that's why these shills, they always wind up on miniseries. They never wind up on ongoings. And then when they do try to do them on an ongoing, that ongoing becomes a miniseries. But yeah, she's the hottest writer in comics according to Sana Amanat, who really has no place at Marvel and has really had no success in she's probably, I don't know if she's been there for in the 3 years that I've known that she's been there, she's produced 0 successes. Now, she'll tell you all day long, as she does in a lot of podcasts and panels at comic book conventions, she'll tell you that Miss Marvel is a success. She'll tell you that Captain Marvel is a success. Captain Marvel books have been failing ever since you did the Kelly Sue DeConnick redesign. And this isn't about Solomon Almanac and the failures that she brings, but this book gives me credit, or it gives me hope. It gives me hope that I or anybody else can be the next big thing in comics, because this book could have been written by anybody. This is the most bland, basic, strong, independent woman who don't need no man, paint by the numbers comic book I have ever seen. There's no hook. There's nothing interesting about this character other than, if this is what the comic book buyers want, if this is what you're targeting, this female market, if this is what they want, then you're either insulting them because you think they're stupid, or they just want something completely bland. And this is going to go away too. This will probably sell, considering it's a Dynamite book, and it has this horror. Look at that cover. Nothing says fun like the woman covered in blood with the mental patient haircut. Fun. Yeah, this is probably going to sell, I'm guessing, about 5,000 if they're lucky. But yeah, it's absolutely paint by numbers. She's a vampire, but it says here she got all the good parts of being a vampire, much like the career of Leah Williams. She gets all the good parts. She doesn't have to do any real work. She doesn't have to put any sweat in. She just gets books, plenty of books at Marvel. She's been in the industry for about long enough to get a cup of coffee, and here we go. Yeah, I think she's writing one of the X-Men spin-off books, which will shortly be canceled. But yeah, she's one of your tropes of 2019 feminist comics. She's one woman probably weighs about 110 pounds, and then she beats up 3 full-grown male vampires. I can get past that because yeah, she's half vampire, and there is a level of strength that comes with that. But the problem is we've just seen that so much in comics that it's just absolutely boring at this point. So she easily defeats them and then disposes their bodies. And speaking of bodies that should be disposed of, there's Kiss. Yeah, he's shilling. You know, they're gonna bilk some their hardcore fans for some more money in a comic book. Does anybody buy those? Tell me in the comments if you buy any of those. I'm gonna skip some pages for the copyright gods. She's basically a go-go dancer who slays vampires when she's not go-go dancing. She has this incredible strength, but she chooses to be a go-go dancer because she says, apparently she steals a bike and she goes to an audition for not a movie, not a TV show, a burlesque show. So I don't know if that's really an upgrade from being a go-go dancer or what, but and it's really no knock against burlesque dancer. I've watched and I've known some really outstanding burlesque dancers, but it's really not the end point. That's not the job, you know, that you go for. But here we're introduced to the most competent antagonist of the book, this lady who basically gives her hell. She gets put in a room with these other women. I'm guessing these other women have powers too, and this solo book is going to become a team book with these other women. But they screwed up and they let Bill Cosby fill the water cooler, and everybody starts passing out. Look at this. It wasn't even stapled. They missed. The staple knew that this book was so bland and so paint by the numbers, it just gave up. It was like, I could go through all the pages, but I really don't want to. But yeah, I'm going to skip some more pages for the copyright gods, and then this German-speaking woman comes in. She's also just like trank darts, and that's it. She promises to kill her, and blah, 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 blah. See, as you see, there's nothing in this book than just paint by the numbers, comic book, strong independent woman, strong vampire woman. There's nothing to hook the thing I think about in comics when I think about comics is, and a story, it's like, why should I care about this character? Especially when it's a new character. Now, I don't think Chastity is new. I think it's just a reboot of a character that they've had around for a while. I see this, and I see this whole thing, and I'm like, why should I care? What is the hook? What is the interest? What is the relatability of this character? What's the personality? Don't know anything about the personality other than she kills vampires and she got all the good parts of being a vampire. She's half vampire. She got all the good parts. She can walk in the sun. She has a reflection. She doesn't have to drink blood. She got all the good parts. But aside from that, why is this character interesting? Why should I root for this character other than that she's a strong woman? I don't know where this came from. This is the J. Look at that. This is J. Scott Campbell cover. It's apparently an incentive cover. Let me know if you see this. Let me know if anybody bought enough of these to get the incentive cover for J. Scott Campbell. I didn't see it in my comic books store. There were maybe 2 copies of this, and I picked it up because it was Leah Williams, because I wanted to see what this hot property did. Leah Williams is supposed to be the biggest thing in comics right now, the biggest new star. I wanted to see what her writing was like outside of Marvel, outside of the big 2. And now that I've gone through this, now that I've read this, it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's very bland. Her popularity and her rise in the industry is very much AstroTurf. If she had to do a Kickstarter, if she had to do her own thing, it would fail. It might not even get. It might even get funded. If she had to do her own comic book, which I don't think she's interested enough in comics to do her own comic book. I think maybe she's one of these shills who's kind of like coming through hoping to get a TV deal or some other deal. This is not the destination. This is the stepping stone for her. And I fully think that she should be allowed to step to the next thing, because if this is an indication of the quality that we're going to get from superstar Leah Williams, I'm sorry, Marvel, you made another mistake. This is very bland. This is very boring. Yeah, it's supposed to be a dynamite comic. It sure ended with a thud. But yeah, that's all I got for this one. I got some more work to do on the man cave. That is oil-based paint. Now, a lot of you probably never painted with oil-based paint. Holy cow, the fumes. I did it to cover up the wood, and then I got to go back in with a latex paint and do the white that I want it to be. But holy cow, I had to get out of it. I had to stop. The fumes were so bad, I had to stop and like go lay down because I just was not feeling very good after that. And then I'm glad I read this the day before, because if I had read this right after doing the walls, the oil-based paint, I definitely would have thrown up. But oh man, yeah, this sucks. Leah Williams, if this is your level of work in the industry, whoo, man, you better stay on Sana Amanat's good side, because you're not treading your own water. You're basically, yeah, you're there because of what you are, not because of what you do. But that's all I got for this one. Yeah, this is pretty harsh, but I'm at the point where I'm just really losing my patience with Marvel and these shills in the industry who have no talent, but they get all the good parts of being in the industry, and they don't really have to put up any interest, any talent, anything innovative. But that's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching. You guys go have a good day, and don't touch this book. It's friggin' awful. Bye.